anything or something to do with the success of those graduates, both high school and college. It is also to share this beautiful day and event with all the communities in Central Ohio, those who have no less or none about Somali and Somali culture, to know and share this beautiful day with us. There are many people that deserve shout out, that have organized, spent time and money to make sure this event happens, begins, starts, and continues. If I share a few of those people, include Jibril Mohammed of SomaliCan. Jibril is a friend of mine, but he's also executive of SomaliCan. SomaliCan is one of those non-profit organizations that stands and works helping Somali community to adjust the life here in the United States. That includes interpretation services and many other honorable services. So I want to shout out and give him a hand. Jibril Mohammed is one of those people that make sure this happens and continue. Thank you, Jibril. Even though I don't see his face, but I also like to thank our mayor, Michael Coleman, who's a friend. He's coming. Who's a friend of Somali community since he became a mayor in 1999 and continued to be a friend. He's also part of the Ohio Somali graduation since it began. So I'd like to thank the mayor, his support, and his initiatives for supporting this event. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's also my honor to thank Dr. Good, who's the superintendent of Columbus City Schools, who's, by the way, my boss. And I am hoping him to be the permanent superintendent. Gene Harris was the superintendent that just vacated the post this past July. And Mr. Good is the interim superintendent and hopefully will be the future superintendent of Columbus City Schools. Thank you, Mr. Good. Dr. Good. I know we have many other dignitaries, including the former Prime Minister, Abdullahi Mohammed Farmajo. And I want to thank him and say thank you very much for giving us your time. You all deserve praise, and I already thank you enough. But I can't name all of you by name. And let me also mention that we have all former ministers, including the Minister of Education, Dr. Mohammed, who's also a part of the Ohio Somali graduation for the last 4.5 years. I would miss a lot if I don't thank all the Somali parents who have given out their time, energy, love, and support to those Somali students who graduated both high school and college. I want to give them that shout out and say thank you. Thank you for supporting Somali students, and thank you for supporting your children to make sure that the day like today happens and continues to happen. Thank you all. Many of you might not understand how difficult it is to be a parent, particularly a Somali parent who came from East Africa in the United States. There are many reasons that I can tell you this is difficult to us. I know and I understand for many reasons because I am a parent and I also have the privilege of working with Somali parents and the education system for the last 15 years. So I know it's not easy to be a parent in this country, particularly to be a Somali parent. So it's a great honor to have you and your children, and please continue making sure that your children succeed. They will make you proud, but they will also be a viable part of our community in general, and in particular in Central Ohio. Thank you. There are many other sponsors that have sponsored and continue to sponsor this event. So I want to also thank all of them, including the law firm of Mr. Finisher, who is a friend of Somali community. Mr. Finisher and his firm not only support the academic and the education success of Somali community, but he was a part and continues to be part of the sports world of Somali community here in Central Ohio for the last 11.5 years. So we'd like to thank him and honor that. Thank you. I once again want to thank you all for coming out and being part of this beautiful day. We're hoping the mayor will join us, and from now on, Jibril Mohammed is going to be the lead person. Thank you all again.
Thank you very much, Zahid. That was Zahid Ali of Columbus City Schools. Zahid has been the coordinator for ESL programs for Columbus Schools for many years, and right now he's at the enrollment center of the Columbus City Schools. Thank you, Zahid. Now, I would like to, that was the introduction. I would like to start off with the religious sermon from our great Sheikh, Sheikh Musa, who will talk about the importance of education and faith. Welcome, Sheikh Musa.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه غر الميامين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وبعد. mahad ilaah baa iska leh alxamdulilah ilaahay noo suurtageliyey in aan ku faraxno farxaddan balaaran oo inooga horreysay farxaddii shalay oo ahayd ciidii oo aan ku faraxnay ramadaankii aan soo soonnay maantuna waa farxad labaad alxamdulilah farxaddan maanta iyo tii shalay waa laba farxadood tan maanta ayaan ka hadlayaa allah subxaanahu wa tacaala farxaddan oo kale waxaa weeye waa midda adduunyada bini aadamku fitradiisaba wuu farxaya in badan baad farxaysa of course sidoo kale wax badan waa naxaysa laakiin farxadda ayuu bini aadamku aad ugu farxa oo tacfiiriso murugta ma jecel bini aadamku inuu ka hadlo farxaddan oo kale marka bal dareema ilmaheen oo qaar ay dhammayn high schoolkii qaar ay dhammayn collegekii ayaan ku farxaynaa waa farxaddii adduunyada alxamdulilah waa mid la ogol yahay in la farxo waana farxad mudan in loo dabaaldego laakiin ka warrama adduunkii imtixaanadiisii mid ka mid ah adduunka imtixaanadiisa mid ka mid ah ayay ilmaheenii maanta ku farxeen innaguna waa faraxsannahay آخرة كورما امتحان كآخر أو وين معها كي كولج كي تسكت مع كي هاي سكوت مع كي مع كولج امتحان كوين مالك قف كي كنا جحة ورم فرحت دي سيدنا وقرتا مقياس كرتا وأذكت والقرآن كله وأما من أوتي كتابه بيمينه فيقول ها اقرأوا كتابيه وكان كتابي إيه أخرية وفستو كتابي إيه فيه فرحضرته وفسك مورا تاس أيا لوبا هي إن بخصوص هذا مركز سوي فرحتك صار مرتبة والآخرنا فرحتي وينيت سليبا لو ديال الدولة وامن لو كاي أدونكم دذال كل شيء دين الإسلام كنا شيء أوهري كوهي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم وحاول بالله هو بحلول لو اقرأ باسم ربك أخر ها ولا أخرية لكن مع الأخرية باسم ربك مقع إلهي الذي خلق إلهي أبوه وحاول وحكسوا أخرين وإنا أخو أخرين مقع إلهي الماء هو أنه يدير قريب علمي واحد بيسك سانكو حجر ما هو معلوم من الدين بالضرورة أساسيات إلا برع الماء ومهم بيسك إلا برع أخلاق ولا يكسب إلا برع أنت أسهدي أنا أقول بتربية وحكذا وحوشة لم يحصل يسكي هجاج وحسي هجاج مسكحه ورانية ما هيصل لكن إن يودي رجلي علم الصواب قف كي كبر يعني لغفي يقولي مكان قف السجي ولا رسالة الوضع لو حاول مشاكل ممكن كرابة المهم ولا كرابة كوا قالوا عليه ما وحبرينا مكان جامعتها تجي وحاول تبكى أسواق كاري معي عافمات كهبرانينا جارهان قبلها دي بدن بروها هي وحلا عافمات هبراني واي maxaynu baranay waxaa leeyahay mayd baan idiin keenayaa nin qaban baan idiin keenayaayo wixiisi baad fiirinaysaano marka xaaraan wey dhankii kale wiilasha waxaa leeyahay idinku naaga qaban baad fiirinaysaa takriimaasad ku baranaysaa war haweenkeena yaa noo daawey aan isweydiino haddaan gabdhaheen u diidin inay takhtarnimo bartaan aan isweydiino lama dhali kara marka nin kastoo naagtaada lama dhali karto waa xaaraan ninkii yidhaahdo gabadheeda mataqaana caafimaad u barayo ha joojiyo marka ha joojiyo gabadhu caafimaad way baranaysaa iyada ayaan dumarka loo daaweyna.
It's my honor to invite one young student who was in the United States for 7 years. He started from English as a second language and he graduated with a master's degree in those 7 years. And he will tell us how he did it. He will tell us his views. He will give us advice for young people. Adam Haji Hussein.
رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Even as everyone, it's honor to be here, the 4th annual Ohio Somali graduation and scholarship ceremony. I would like to thank all of you, guests, our city, state, and the community leaders. Also, I want to thank the graduates. Congratulations, all graduates. As the brother Jibril said, my personal experience is the testament of that. I came here 2005, at the end of 2005, and now 2013, I have master's degree from Ohio University. Alhamdulillah. I graduated from Mifflin High School. I have completed my bachelor degree from the Ohio State University and my master's degree from Ohio University in Financial Economics. When I completed my high school, I thought I was on the top of the world, and I thought I was the best. When most of my friends who I graduated with from same high school went to university, I decided to go to college too. There are really very big differences between high school and the college and the grad school too. And my high school diploma led me to go to college. It has encouraged me to continue to college. And my bachelor degree led me to grad school. It has encouraged me to continue pursuing my master's degree. Education may have some place to start. Kindergarten, for example, or 9th grade, first year in college. But friends, there's no place to end. Education has no place to end.
Now, it's my honor to invite our next speaker, a man who went back to Somalia also. At the time when Somalia was in a state of transition, it was transitioning from chaos and anarchy, and it was transitioning into a permanent state. That man was able to restore hope in Somalia. He was able to show that Somalis can actually make decisions that benefit them. Somalis can agree to build a state, a government. And Somalis are qualified to run their own affairs. That man took with him some of the people in this room tonight, including Dr. Abdul Mahmoud, who was the education minister, including Mahmoud Bono, who was the Minister for Constitutional Affairs, who is also a current member of Parliament of Somalia's federal government. That man is none other than Mohammed Abdullahi Farmajo.
It's a great honor for me to be here tonight and to be part of this historic celebration, honoring our students who have demonstrated academic success and academic excellence. First, I wanted to congratulate these students, whom some of them graduated from high school, some of them from college, for their outstanding academic achievements. I want to talk to you directly. You have not only received scholarship awards tonight, but the respect of your friends, parents, and the entire community. Second, I would like to thank the committee which successfully organized this scholarship program for the past 4 years. You have inspired our children to maximize their full potential, and you have raised their awareness that education is the key for success. Most importantly, this program has served to unite our community and to highlight the importance of the education system in this great city. These students or these graduates have very promising futures because they have come to understand that failure is not an option, and working hard will pay off. Albert Einstein once has said, you have to learn the rule of the game, and then you have to do better than anybody else. As a community and as a parents, we are really proud of you, and we wish you great success in all your endeavors. And mudanayaal iyo marwooyin, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وحين السلام عليكم السلام إسلامك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. marka hore waxaan rabaa inaan u mahad celiyo guddiga soo qaban qaabiyay caawa meeshaan inaan isugu imaano oo runtii ka shaqeeyay in dhalinyaradeenna ardadeenna la dhiirigeliyo oo lagu abaalmariyo hawsha iyo dadaalka faraha badan ay soo mareen ama ay qabteen. waxaan rabaa inaan u mahad celiyo waalidiinta iyo dadka dignitariska oo halkan caawa ka aqbalay guddigan codsigooda ah sida anigoo kale inaan halkan imaado. haddaa maqashaan easy money waxa weeye waa illegal money. maxaa yeele waddankan qof free lunch hela ma laha. qof walba wuxuu geysto iyo waxa uu shaqaysto yuu helaa. qof free wax kugu siinayo oo adoo jiif ku dhahay warkac kaale intaanu lacag qaado ma jiro. waa inaad kacdo, waa inaad shaqaysato, waa inaad u shaqayso qofka kale 3 times ama 4 times in ka badan inaad shaqayso. marka dhalinyarada ku soo daba jira dhalinyaradan fiican oo aan halkan ku maaragtay ku dhiirgelin caawa ama abaalmarintan ku siinayno, kuwa ku soo daba jira oo leecaaya, kuwa waxaan ka wadaa dadaalka yar oo sida raggan caawa dhalinyaradan publishan gabdhaha dadaalay caawa aan u dadaalino raadinaya wax sahla. dhalinyaradaas waxaan ku sheegaya ku dayda dhalinyarada caawa meeshan jooga walaalihiina ah. dhalinyarada fiican waxaan leeyahay hawlka ku noqda dhalinyarada kale oo idinku soo xigaan. hal mid yaan rabaa inaan idinla sheegareeyo ama idinla wadaago. tacliinta nin meeshaan taagnaa oo dhalinyaraha uu da' ma laha waa runtiis, waqtina ma laha. anaa idin caddeenayo. waxaan tegay Boston, Massachusetts yaan tegay. waxaan arkay nin Soomaali ah oo 82 jir oo markaas jaamacadda dhigay. takar yaa waa raadin kartaa. hadda caawa waxaan dabcay inaan halka keeno. waxaa la ii sheegay inuu xamil jiro shaqo
very much, Mr. Prime Minister. Now, before I call my next speaker, I would like to acknowledge some of the most important sponsors of this event each year, some of the best organizations and businesses in Columbus. I want the mayor to hear this. All of these groups are outstanding, they are exceptional. The Philippine Legal Group has been sponsoring this event from the beginning. Mr. Russell Philippinger and his business provide scholarships for young Somali students. Tonight, we will have 6 scholarships for 6 outstanding students who will be selected later on. And Russell Philippinger is the man who is paying for that. Thank you very much. We would like to thank Life Skills High School. It's a local high school, charter school that provides adult high school. I mean, it extends education for kids up to the age of 22. We would like to acknowledge KSOS Foundation, Franklin County Children's Services, Focus Academy of Northern Columbus, Senate Academy, Brother Mahmoud Tarazi, I could see him somewhere here. Thank you very much. International Academy of Columbus, the Ohio State University, African American African Studies, Center for African Studies, OSU Mariam, Columbus State Community College, Midnima Middle School, and Hansen Home Health, Muslim American Society of Columbus, the Buckeye Ranch, International Academy of Columbus again, Ohio University African Studies Program, Denison University, Kissling, Nestico, Reddick, LLC, that's an injury lawyer as well, and the United Way of Central Ohio. Thank you very much, all of you. Now, for the past couple of years, we were having the superintendent of Columbus School, and Dr. Jill Harris was here before. This year, we have another superintendent who was coming here not in the capacity as a superintendent of Columbus, he was coming as a superintendent of Western Schools for the past 3 years. Now he's here tonight with us as the interim superintendent of Columbus City Schools, Dr. Dan Good.
Eid Mubarak. Good evening and congratulations to the Ohio Somali graduates and to the family and friends and faculty and staff and all of our elected and appointed community leaders who have gathered tonight in support of our honored guests. The exceptional Ohio Somali graduates being celebrated have achieved high standards of performance and they've distinguished themselves amongst their peers. And students, we commend you sincerely.
I would like to invite our next speaker, a man who did work in the education system, both here in the United States and in Somalia. That man was in the cabinet of Prime Minister Farmajo as the Education, Culture, and Higher Education Minister. His name is Dr. Abdinur Mohammed, and Dr. Abdinur has been working for the Ohio Department of Education for the past 20-some years. So he's an expert in education, he has a PhD in education, and he served as a minister in education in Somalia and as an educational consultant in Ohio. He is also one of the founding organizers and members of the Ohio Somali Graduation and Scholarship Program. I would like to invite Dr. Abdinur to say
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. عيد مبارك.
علينا وعليكم.
كل عام وانتم طيبين إن شاء الله. Mr. Mayor, Mr. Dan Good, Mr. Beverly Good, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Minister, honorable guests, parents, graduating students, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, and welcome to the 4th Ohio Somali graduation event. Usually they tell you not to speak after a great speaker like Dr. Dan Good. So I wanted to be before him so that he could be, but I'll try to match with his ABCs with my ayaa. And by the way, ayaa is the Somali alphabet which stands in the same role as ABC. This is truly an important occasion for all of us. As many of you know, Somalis came to Columbus, Ohio, seeking for a second chance in life. After going through a civil war, after going through a challenging life, running away with their children, trying to seek a better life and better opportunity. Some of the Columbus parents have never heard of Columbus, Ohio before, have never seen Ohio on the map of the world, but because the United States accepted them to come to the United States, they ended up here in Ohio, and the mayor and the city of Columbus welcomed them in good hands, and Somali community here in Columbus, Ohio is one of the best thriving communities of Somalis in the United States of America. Tonight we are here for the graduating class of 2013. But we are also here to highlight the value that this community puts on the education of their children. You know, in America, communities have to show that they care about their children. Communities have to show that they follow their children to school. In Somalia, we could send our children to schools and expect the teachers to establish miracles. You know, go to school and you have other parents in school. As a parent, I don't have to follow you. I don't have to be engaged in your education. I don't have to come to the school. It is all the responsibility of the teachers and superintendents and principals. But in the United States, education is a partnership between the family, the community, and the schools. So if teachers do not see parents following their kids to school, the expectation is that parents don't care. If you don't get involved in the education of your child, the expectation is that, well, if you're not following your child, why do you expect me to create miracles for you? You have to be there to help me create this miracle. So these events help us highlight the importance that we put in education in this country. And to help our parents who are struggling here, as the speakers have said, working 2 jobs, not speaking English, not having transportation, trying to come to school at the regular work hours, not having the flexibility to take time off, but still are trying to do the work. We want to honor them, and we want to support them, and we want to highlight them that because they don't speak English, they value education in their own native language. Because they don't come to school, they value education because they get these kids up in the morning. They clothe them, they feed them, they bring them to the bus station. But because they don't have transportation, they are still providing food to these kids at home. So value in education doesn't mean only coming to the classrooms. Value in education also means that you care of these children at home.
So I'm so glad to be here. I'm so proud of what's going on in this community. And I have seen the growth of this community in my city and our city. And it means so much to me. I know of the Somali value of family. There's a value of family in this community, and education, which is so apparent and so obvious. And with these 80 graduates, I want to say congratulations for getting to this point. There is still more work to do in life. You've made it to now. With all the work that you have done and all the knowledge you have received, use it to better this community with it, and your nation as well. And keep doing what you're doing. I love SomaliCan. This is the third time of 4 occasions in which everybody came together at this event. And the time I missed, I was probably out of town. So I think about SomaliCan. And I remember back in 2008, there was a young man running for president that said, yes, we can. And I think about the word SomaliCan, how that can is in there. And I think that's a good thing. Because what that means is we can do anything we want to do if we focus on it and work hard towards that goal. We can be a lawyer, we can be a business person, we can be a doctor, we can be a mayor, we can do anything we want to do, a writer, an educator, an ambassador. We can do anything we want to do because we're Somali. I also want to recognize through this proclamation, every year I got to bring a proclamation. This proclamation indicating support of the SomaliCan and the dedication of increasing public awareness to community organizations and all the things that SomaliCan is involved in. Helping Somali refugees adjust to their new residence. And the past 3 years, SomaliCan has made enormous efforts to organize refugee youth. And I appreciate you very much. And then a proclamation for Somali Pride. And I guess I'll give that to So I want you to know, though, that the Somali community is a great community. The strength of the city is based upon the diversity of the city. And I welcome, and Columbus welcomes, Somalis to our city. And I think it's very important that this city be as diverse as we possibly can, and that we're all successful in this city across the board. So God bless you.
Okay, as you all